Son, get out of that.
Daddy, could you get this out?
Yeah, we're gonna pull all that stuff out here in just a minute. What's up, everybody? Sam the Jeep guy here. So on today's video, we're finally starting on this CJ. We're gonna pull the tub off of it and get a look at the frame. The more I looked at it, I realized I thought that was a C-channel frame, but it's actually boxed in just like my YJ. And that's what's worrying me. If that frame is completely shot, then there's really no point in trying to rebuild this thing, because it's going to be way too much. It's actually not even going to be the exact Jeep. I would just wind up replacing everything and have way too much money invested in it. So we're gonna get a look at today. In the worst case scenario that the frame is completely shot, I guess we're just going to be parting it out. Hang on to a few parts and try to make it to where someone can bring some life back to another CJ, or even build a really awesome Jeep, because I'm not 100% sure, because I haven't been up underneath it. It's got the 4-speed transmission. It's pretty sure it's a Dana 300 transfer case. Could be wrong, but those are really sought after transmission transfer case combos. I would actually really like to put it in this one. The only problem is the drop where the drive shaft will actually go is on the opposite side. So I would have to completely change everything on the front of mine, and I'm not really wanting to do that. So let's get into it. I'll kind of show you a little bit of what I think is salvageable off the tub, and we'll start pulling it apart. All right, so like I said, this whole thing is pretty much shot. Everything's rusty on it. This door seems to be okay. It's really loose, so I'm not sure if that's how full doors are usually supposed to be, but I don't think so. Anything plastic and interior wise is completely shot. The windshield frame is shot. It's got a bunch of rust right there where the gauges go. It's shot. It's got holes all eat in it. Steering column is melted all to pieces. For some weird reason, these actually survived. They are not melted on either side. Like I said, the tub is shot. Windshield wiper motor is just hanging out there. This is the most important part. It's got your VIN number on it. It's not in the best shape, but it's there. What are you doing?
I'm gonna break this off.
Don't go breaking stuff off there. Roll bar looks like it's all right. It can be cleaned up. It's not too bad rusty. Calvin, quit.
But you said you're gonna throw everything out.
Yeah, we're gonna throw everything out but some, but don't be throwing it at me. Yeah. Center console could be redone. Transmission transfer case should be okay. The gear knobs are gone. They're melted. Let's move around to the front. All right, as for the front, stock front bumper looks okay. The grill is the only thing I have found so far that has no rust on it. I mean, yeah, she's completely rusted out under there. There's a lot of places in this hood. It seems like it's halfway decent underneath, but once you go to the other side, it's like paper thin. This old inline 6 might still be salvageable. The wiring is completely melted on it. Pulleys, fan looks good. Radiator, I ain't gonna worry about trying to save that. Get a look at the frame down in there. See, it looks like it's solid, but it's kind of hard to tell with all that stuff on there. All 4 wheels are there. That one's got some rust on it, but I think that could be cleaned up with a wire wheel and redone. Center caps are shot. There's not a lot left on. We're gonna try to get started on this thing. This is either gonna be a great video where the frame is solid and everything comes apart decent, or it's gonna be a heartbreaking video. You'll be able to tell, I'm sure, by the title what this is gonna be. So let's get into it. That reminds me, if anybody has a CJ7 body that's in good shape, but maybe the frame's bad or something like that, drop in the comments, let me know. If you have an Instagram, Facebook, something like that, just attach it to it so I can get in contact with you if this frame's good. Because I would love to put this thing back together and trying to do it the most cost-saving way I possibly can. If I can get an original tub, that would be amazing. So if you've got one, let me know.
See right here is totally shot.
It's done, yep.
Yep.
So first things first.
Can't get it started by that.
No. You see all that wire that's melted, son? It ain't gonna run. I can guarantee you it will not run with all that wire melted.
We have to unwinch all the body when the body's loose. We can take it apart.
Yeah. So first things first, we got to get these brake lines broke loose here and off the master cylinder. If I can find it. Maybe. They're so dang rusty, I don't know. Wow, I'm surprised that actually came off and didn't break.
What is that, too?
That is called an air cleaner.
So
There's a filter in there.
we're gonna try and take.
We're not taking stuff off the engine, no.
So this is the engine.
Yeah, all that right there. See that? It's valve cover. That's an engine.
Let's talk about like this. What in the heck is that for?
That's to keep the hood down. It's a latch.
Right there is. I say that is electricity.
Okay, there's like no brake fluid coming out of there. Cool. I think that should be a half. Not gonna be a whole lot on this thing. It's salvageable, son.
Right here has a crack all the way down.
Where?
Right here.
Mm-hmm.
This thing is done for.
Son, there's a lot on this Jeep it's done for.
This is totally done for.
We're focusing on the frame today.
Yeah.
See this big metal bar down here? It runs from right there all the way to the back, and that's what the body mounts to. And the axle and the transmission and the engine and everything mounts to that.
There is the car battery.
Yeah, what's left of it. So, if I remember right, it's been a long time because I looked up to see how easy it was to pull one of these bodies off. It's really easy if you have a lift. If I remember right, you basically just have to disconnect your brake lines, drop the steering column down, that way it can come apart, and should be 6 or 8 bolts to hold the tub onto the frame.
Yeah,
Get those loose. Son, don't mess with that battery, please.
That battery's dead.
So, 6 or 8 bolts to hold the body to the frame, and then it should just whoop, come right up. It should. I don't know. We'll find out. We got those loose, and since I know this grill is good, I have an idea for this. If this whole Jeep kind of falls apart, that'd be really cool. There you go. You can take the tag off. You need to turn it the other way. We're gonna work on taking this grill out real quick. It shouldn't be that big a deal.
There we go.
Unhook the radiator from it, those, and looks like 3 bolts going through the fender to the grill. So let's get that took loose. Oh yeah, and by the way, I'm getting to use my new tool set that I bought on Black Friday. It's a Tractor Supply set. It's their brand, the Job Smart, I think it's called. We'll see how they turn out. The wrenches are nice so far. You do get dirt in your shoe.
Yep. Can I do that?
No, son, they're really tight.
When you're almost at it?
Ooh, man. I figured this side was going to be more tight because it's the hottest. What you taking loose there, son?
Right. This.
I'm taking that radiator out of there?
Yep.
Where it mounts to the grill. Careful, don't bust a knuckle. Now maybe you do need to bust a knuckle. I think every great mechanic does that every once in a while. No, don't get hurt, son. So that's all we've got left really, is just to pull those 2 bolts there out, and then this drill will be loose. We got the fenders unbolted from it. Might wind up just cutting those wires since they're melted. Calvin sure loves working on stuff, don't you, buddy?
Yep.
All right, so we got the grill off, AC condenser out, radiator's just kind of sitting there for the time being.
Yep, right.
So, whew, it actually wasn't that bad to take it apart. You know, Cal? The hardest part was that bolt right there. Look how rusty it is. And that's the bolt that holds. That's like a center body mount right there. I forgot about that one. So we got that one out. Now, we're ready to start taking the bolts out of the body to go to the frame. Yeah, it's an old wire. So this is where it'll be getting interesting. It's getting, there's one. I mean, from right here, the frame looks like it's solid. It looks like it's covered in enough grease. It's gonna be okay. What worries me is that back section right here. It's really flaky. So let's try to get this thing off here.
Filming.
Filming?
It's gonna be filming. Ah!
Pretty sure that's 5/8 under there, Cal.
5/8.
Yeah, I got it in my hand.
I bet I can do the 5/8.
Let's see here. Alright, go. Oh, is it? Grab me that half there, Cal.
A half?
Yep, it says 1/2. Down at the bottom. Nope, other way. Down at the bottom, son. The bottom. That way, towards the house. Down towards the bottom. See that empty spot? No. Down. Down. You're going up, son. Down. Bring me the box. So, well, that's 9/16. Let's see. 9/16 fits like a glove.
Like a glove.
Like a glove. Now let's see. Good. 5. I wonder how many of these are gonna break. Actually, that bolt don't look that bad. Big washer. Okay. This may not be too bad. Well, I tried asking nicely. And it's not wanting to come off there. There we go. Get that switched around here. See how I can get you in there. That's gonna be a pain in the butt. Get some glasses on. Might be smart. All right. Had to cut that one out right there. Just cut the head of the bolt off because down inside the body, right in through here, there's a piece that's welded, and I completely just broke it loose. So it was just spinning on the inside. There's no way to get into it here, over here, or anything. Just easier just to go ahead and cut the head of the bolt off just like that. All right, got 1, 2, 3, 4. Then there's the center bolt. So you got 4 on each side plus the center bolt. Should be 9. Make sure there's no more surprises. See, there's that. And that should be it. And that body mount is gone. So that's what's worrying me right there. It's just packed full of mud, and if the rest of the frame is like that, I don't know. We'll take a look at it. No, that the missus will be a little bit happier. She won't have to stare at this old burnt CJ anymore. They want me to get rid of it a while back. Can you believe that? I don't know why. It's such a beautiful Jeep. Nah, in all seriousness, I really want to save this thing. We'll just have to, oh wow, that gets loose really easy. We'll just have to see how it goes. The only thing I haven't thought of yet is how in the heck am I supposed to get this body off here by myself? I know I'm probably gonna have to use the high lift on the back side to get that body mount loose, that bolt coming through there. I think if they all came out like that one, we'd be in good shape. Like I'd already have this thing about off. All right. There's always that one bolt that's holding you up. So there's a bolt. Right. Basically underneath all them pedals there. And once again, it's where they've welded a piece of metal in there. It's just completely broke out because it's where all the mud and dirt and water and everything gets thrown up on there. It's the only one holding me up. So I'm thinking that as rusty as it is around that bolt where it's at, I'm thinking I can probably just pick up on the far side of the body and roll it over. So I'm gonna look into doing that. I'm trying to think if I need to do with them shifters. I don't know, but it's just that one bolt that's holding me up. So, it's a pain in the butt. I had to cut the other bolt out here on the back side. It was doing the same thing the other one did. Got it out pretty easy. I got the back end broke loose. That side's broke loose. This side, that's just that one bolt that's holding me up. So, let me do a little looking here and I'll get back to you. Well, it's sad, y'all. I haven't got the body off 100% yet, but I was able to get it lifted up enough to where I could really get a good look at the frame and peck around and tap on it. Passenger side is, it's bad, but it's still workable with passenger side. Driver side, she's toast. I haven't even gotten to the back side of it, but the outside over here, I'm taking just a little hatchet and just kind of pecking around on it. And it's, I mean, just denting in really easy. So it tells me that frame is toast. The frame being toast, the body's toast. She's done for, man. Nothing can be done except buy a frame and a tub and all that, and it's not worth it. I can go out and find one that's in a lot better shape, running and driving, titled and everything, cheaper than it will cost to redo this one. So, as much as I hate to say it, she's gonna be done for. I guess I just need to start doing some research and I guess pulling some decent parts off of it and then send her off to be crushed. Hey, son. Sad. I really did not want this to happen, but the frame is just, it's gone. I'll show you what I'm talking about. So, all right, as you can see, she's pretty rusty, and that's the tub. She's pretty rusty. This cross member right here is like paper thin on the other side. I mean, you can tell, look at that. That bent really easy. This rust right here is really deep in the metal. And that frame's actually, it's a little bit thicker than I thought it was, but right, especially right back in here, there's a nice little dent right there, and I just barely pecked on it, but you can see the mud that has just been packed in there, and it's not looking good for that. So I guess what I need to do is see what all I can pull out. The engine, I don't know if it's going to be worth anything, because it's just where it's been involved in that house fire, it got really, really hot. I mean, it was hot enough to melt the battery and every single wire on it. I don't know if that'll be salvageable or not. Transmission should be okay. Of course, none of the interior stuff is any good. Man, I hate that. But what can you do? So, if I had my shop, if I had me a big shop somewhere and unlimited funds, then I could redo this, and a welder, but once you're getting in that deep, it's not feasible. I know I don't have seriously anything in this Jeep yet, but just from what I priced up alone, if the frame was solid and putting a new engine in it, I was at like $10,000. And I was already like, on that. But I mean, you can find a CJ7 for about 10 grand, but they're not really that nice. And that's not including any kind of paint work or anything. That's a new tub and all the little bits and pieces. So I just don't think it's worth it. So on that note, I am gonna go inside. Gonna have myself a good cry because this didn't work out. Dang it, man. I hate that. But the missus will be happy because it'll be out of here at least, and I'll have another parking spot again. But dang it, man. I hate that. Well, I'm sorry to let y'all down, but it's out of my control here. There's nothing really I can do about it. So I'll pull a few parts off of it and we'll send her down the road. So if y'all will do me a huge favor, give me a like, a thumbs up, whatever. Make me feel better about this. And I guess I'll be on the hunt for another CJ because I just love them. Maybe I can find one that's running and driving, or maybe even find another YJ. I don't know. I need to get Big Rhonda done. So, like I said, y'all, give me a like, comment, subscribe, whatever y'all want to do. And I'll see y'all next time.